You finish a draft, you give it to Claude. You ask the question every writer asks at this stage. Is it good? Claude tells you yes. The pacing is strong, the voice is clear, the ending lands. You feel briefly relieved. You go to bed. 2 weeks later, you reread the draft cold. Most of it has to go. This episode is about why that happens and how to make it stop. Creative.03, the cut and the keep. Working with Claude on revision. Default Claude is a generous reader. That generosity is fine when you are drafting, when you need momentum, when the work is forming. It becomes a problem the moment you finish drafting and try to revise. 3 patterns show up. Claude validates more than it should. It will tell you the chapter works when half of it does not. Claude hedges. It will suggest small refinements when the work needs structural cuts. And Claude adds. Ask it to revise and it will give you a longer scene, a richer paragraph, a fuller line. Revision goes the wrong direction. This is not a Claude flaw. This is what a language model does by default. It is trained to be agreeable, to elaborate, to give you more rather than less. None of those defaults serve revision. Revision is not editing. Editing is what you do at the line level, smoothing prose, fixing rhythm, catching repetition. A copy editor does that work. Revision is structural. It asks whether the scene should exist, whether the chapter should open here, whether the character has earned this moment, whether the ending the work is moving toward is the ending it should arrive at. The mistake most writers make with Claude is asking for editing when they need revision. They get smoother prose around a structurally broken draft. The work does not improve. It just sounds better while staying broken. The clearest way to think about revision is binary. Every line, every paragraph, every scene is either kept or cut. There is no third option that actually helps the work. The instinct to soften, to rewrite, to massage is usually fear of cutting. It dresses up indecision as craft. The writers who get better at revision faster than everyone else are the ones who stop softening and start choosing. There are 6 techniques in this episode. Each one turns Claude from a generous reader into a useful revision partner. None of them require special prompts or jailbreaks. They are operator moves that anyone can install today. The cut brief, the strongest line cue, the murder test, the keep list, the anti-validation prompt, the compression pass. The cut brief is a short document you write before any revision pass. It tells Claude what cutting means for this specific work. 3 lines. The work is about, in 1 sentence. The work is not about, in 1 sentence. The reader should leave feeling, in 1 sentence. That's the brief. You paste it at the start of any revision session. Claude now has a hierarchy. Anything that does not serve those 3 lines is a candidate for cutting. Without this brief, Claude has no basis for deciding what stays. With it, every revision suggestion gets weighed against the work's actual center. A useful variant. Add a 4th line. The reader should never feel, in 1 sentence. That negative anchor catches the kind of drift that praise never surfaces. Ask Claude what is good. You get a polite list. Ask Claude what is strongest. You get a hierarchy. The prompt is 1 line. What is the single strongest line in this passage and why? The forcing function matters. Single, not 3, not 5, 1. This does something useful. To name the strongest line, Claude has to implicitly rank everything else. The answer surfaces what the work is actually doing well, and by extension, it surfaces what everything else is not doing. A follow-up that doubles the value. What is the single weakest line in this passage that I have not noticed? The "that I have not noticed" frame asks Claude to find the weakness you missed, not the one you already suspect. The murder test is the operator version of Faulkner's Kill Your Darlings. The question is simple. Would the work survive without this? Apply it to scenes, paragraphs, lines, whole chapters. The prompt for Claude. Read this passage and identify any sentence whose removal would not damage the work. Be ruthless. Do not protect lines because they are well written. That last instruction is critical. Without it, Claude will tend to protect anything pretty. With it, Claude will surface the line that has nothing structurally to do but read well. Those lines are almost always candidates. The default Claude resists this kind of cutting. The instructed Claude is good at it. The difference is the prompt. The keep list is the inverse of cutting. It is a short document, often inside your project, that names the moments in your work that cannot be touched. Specific lines, specific scenes, specific decisions. Not because they are perfect, but because they are load-bearing. The work loses something irreplaceable if they go. A novel might have 20 entries on the keep list. A short story might have 3. The point is not the number. The point is that you have named them, and Claude knows what they are. Now when you ask for cuts, Claude cuts around the keep list. When Claude suggests changes, it knows not to touch certain things. The work stays anchored to what matters most, while everything else becomes negotiable. Here's what a keep list looks like in practice. Claude wants to be supportive. That instinct sabotages revision. The anti-validation prompt turns it off explicitly, for one session, for one purpose. The prompt. I do not want encouragement on this draft. I want the most unsparing structural critique you are capable of. Treat me as a working writer who can take it. Tell me what is broken, what is weak, what is unearned. Do not soften. 2 things happen. First, Claude's register shifts. The praise drops out. The critique sharpens. Second, the suggestions become structural rather than cosmetic. You get notes on what the work is failing to do, not on what could be slightly improved. You will only use this prompt during dedicated revision passes. Do not use it while drafting. The point of drafting is to keep moving. The point of revision is to find what should not have been kept. Different modes, different prompts. The compression pass uses a number instead of a feeling. The prompt. Cut this passage by 30% without losing any of the work's load-bearing elements. Identify what you removed and why. The percentage matters. Without it, Claude will trim a few adjectives and call it done. With it, Claude has to make real decisions about what serves and what does not. 30% is enough to force real cutting. 50% forces brutal cutting. The follow-up instruction matters too. Asking Claude to name what was removed and why creates an audit trail. You can argue with specific cuts. You can restore specific lines. The compression becomes a negotiation rather than a black box. Apply this to a scene, a chapter, an article, a chapter opening. The discipline carries across forms. The one thought from this episode. Revision is choosing. Every other word for what we do at this stage is a way of avoiding the choice. If you have a draft you are about to revise, here is the order. First, write the cut brief, 3 sentences. The work is about, the work is not about, the reader should leave feeling. Paste it into a fresh chat inside the project. Second, write the keep list, 5 to 20 entries. Save it inside the project as a file. Reference it by name in every revision session. Third, open a revision session. Drop the anti-validation prompt. Set the register. Fourth, run the strongest line cue and the murder test in sequence. The first surfaces what is working. The second surfaces what can go. Together they map the draft. Fifth, end with a compression pass, 30%. Make Claude show its work. Sixth, take the suggestions. Cut what you agree with, restore what you do not. Write a patch noting what you decided and why. The full revision discipline runs in one session. The work is materially shorter and materially better at the end of it. The next episode in the creative arc is Creative.04, Multi-Voice Work. Holding multiple distinct character voices across a long project without any of them collapsing into each other. The hardest thing to do well in fiction, and the place Claude can save you the most time when you set it up right. For this week, if you have a draft sitting on your desk waiting for a revision pass, write the cut brief first, 3 sentences, before anything else. The discipline starts there. That's the episode. See you in the next one.